The January transfer window is coming up soon, which always means that players are bound to be leaving their clubs. But which players at Liverpool need more game time if they're to further their career? Which players need to get back on track after injury worries? And which senior member of the squad should definitely be on his way out the door? Well, this is what I plan to give to you in the next few minutes as I run you through 5 players who should be leaving Liverpool. First up, and I feel a little bit harsh saying this because he's only a youngster, but it has to be Dominic Solanke, if anything but to further his career. The guy's only joined Liverpool 18 months ago, but since then he's made 21 Premier League appearances, most of them off the substitute bench, and managed to score 1 goal. Now I know we can't be expecting too much of him as he's only young, however he has been involved in the England setup for quite a few years, and for other players his age who are doing amazing things, he really needs to be up there and playing regularly. Just look at the likes of Tammy Abraham. He's gone on loan to the Championship twice, once with Bristol City and once with Aston Villa, and he's absolutely banging them in. Okay, he's not done it in the Premier League yet, but more Premier League clubs will be willing to give a chance to him, seeing his record in the Championship. As to whether or not he'll get more time at Liverpool, well, it doesn't look likely either. For starters, he's got Roberto Firmino ahead of him. Then he's got Mo Salah, who can play in a forward position. Behind that, Daniel Sturridge is coming back from injury, and even behind that, he's got to overtake Divock Origi in the pecking order, who after scoring the winner in Sunday's derby against Everton, will definitely be high on Jurgen Klopp's list should Firmino or Salah not play. So even if it's just a loan deal for Solanke, he should definitely be leaving the club. But someone else who should be leaving on a more permanent deal is fullback Nathaniel Klein. Now I know it's not his fault he's got injuries, but they are playing a massive part for his career, not only at Liverpool, but for England as well. The 27-year-old made 3 appearances last season in what was a terrible campaign for him personally, and it would have been made even worse to watch his club finish 4th in the Premier League, get back into the Champions League and reach the Champions League final. And if all that wasn't bad enough, he's lost his spot in the Liverpool team to a player who's much younger than him. Things don't look so bright for Klein in the future. Trent Alexander-Arnold has not only come into the Liverpool squad and made it his own, but he's also put himself in contention for the future of England. He could be at right back at the English squad for years to come, and this doesn't make good reading for Nathaniel Klein. Even if Alexander-Arnold gets injured or Liverpool somehow sell him, Joe Gomez is good enough to fill in at right back as well, so he could find himself 3rd choice right back in the squad. As I'm sure you'll find as we run through this list, he is just one of a few players who could definitely get a string of games under his belt should he go to a lesser club. This is no offence to the smaller clubs, but if he wants to get fit again and get a better run of games in the team, he needs to move on. In at number 3 is the most almightily crocked player I think I've ever seen in the last 10 years, Daniel Sturridge. I still don't know how people are saying that he could be one of England's greatest strikers when he's never even fit. Put it this way, in that fantastic season he had in 2013-14, he scored 21 Premier League goals alongside Luis Suarez. In the 4.5 years since then, he scored 19. That, for starters, should be enough of a stat to put anyone off signing him, but we do know that Sturridge can be a good player. I just don't think he's up to what people expect of him. The guy's clearly had a bad luck of run with the injuries, but for someone who's trying to overtake the likes of Firmino and Salah, just like Solanke is, he needs to be banging the goals on a regular basis. At the start of the season, he made a few sub-appearances for Liverpool and did manage to get on the score sheet a few times, but again, it's just not enough for him for Liverpool, never mind thinking about overtaking someone like Harry Kane in the England setup. In at number 4, and yet again, you guessed it, it's another player with massive injury worries. However, time really is running out for him at age 30. Adam Lallana was a fantastic player at Southampton, and when he moved to Liverpool, he showed glimpses of being a fantastic signing. His quick foot, his ability to go on either foot, and his balance when dribbling is absolutely key to his game. But unfortunately, like Sturridge and like with Nathaniel Klein, injuries have hit him. He's come back to find out that there isn't really a number 10 spot at Liverpool to even play for. When they play to their strongest team, they've got Mane, Salah and Firmino up front. This is usually with Wijnaldum, someone like Fabinho or Keita and James Milner in midfield. Because these 3 sit kind of deep, there is no number 10 spot. If Jurgen Klopp changes it up and does put in a number 10, Firmino drops deeper or Xherdan Shaqiri comes in to fill that role. There just isn't a place for Lallana anymore, which is such a shame for someone so talented. Much like with the players before on this list, he should definitely be moving, maybe even back to Southampton to get more regular game time, to get fitter, and again, to potentially get back into the England squad. Although with him, he's the oldest player on this list, so it looks unlikely. And lastly but not least, this is probably where we're going to have a big discussion down in the comment section. So of course, let me know all of your thoughts down there. But the 5th player that needs to leave Liverpool is club captain Jordan Henderson. Now, I know what you're going to say, and if you haven't turned off already, good on you. But he is just not the player that everyone builds him up to be. Before the summer, he was tipped as the next England captain alongside Harry Kane, and I think we can safely say now that he definitely isn't up there. I'm not saying his leadership qualities aren't good enough, but just his footballing ability. It's been shown that in the biggest games, he does not have the impact that you need from your central midfielder. Yes, he can spray a lovely pass. He doesn't chip in with enough assists, enough goals, and he doesn't provide enough key points in a game to turn the match on his head when Liverpool need it the most. People are comparing him to the next Steven Gerrard, and to be honest, I'd be a little bit insulted if I was Stevie G. That guy was a phenomenal captain, a true leader on and off the pitch, and one of the best midfielders England has ever seen. Jordan Henderson just does not live up to that billing. Personally, I think if he wasn't captain, he wouldn't even be put anywhere near the first team. Okay, maybe that's a bit harsh. He'd probably start a few games and get more than enough appearances off the bench, but I don't think he offers more than the likes of Wijnaldum, Keita, Fabinho, Milner, or anyone else that Liverpool could bring into that central midfield position. Because he has got such a big reputation, they could get a decent amount of money for him, but I just don't see how he's going to be taking Liverpool to that next level. If they do sell him, maybe they could replace him with someone like Aaron Ramsey. Again, not the biggest name in football, however, he will be on a free transfer next summer, so it could be a good deal for Liverpool. Elsewhere, to replace other players, well, I don't really think they need replacing up front, as they've got a plethora of options. Right back, they definitely don't need replacing. And as for Dominic Solanke, well, he could be one for the future. But of course, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about all of these players. Whether you think they shouldn't be sold, who you think Liverpool should get rid of. That and more, so much more in the January transfer window. Of course, you can smash the like button whilst you're down there and click here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on Onefootball. But until next time, I will see you guys later.